Hi.
Hey everyone, it's Donna and Logan with RichGreen Acres, and we're sitting out here, and it is July 6th. It's July 6th, 2019. Say hi, Lo.
Hi.
And we have been experiencing some excitement around here because there's been a lot of shaking going on. Because we've been getting some earthquakes that are, the epicenter is over in Ridgecrest and
where you have to do
Valley.
Earthquakes.
What do you do in an earthquake, Lo? What did we do?
Go outside and we unlocked the door.
We ran outside because the whole house was shaking like crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we also got outside, and Daddy also bought a knife to open the window for Ethan to get inside.
Because we locked ourselves out of the house. That wasn't a good thing, so we had to break into the house to get back in after the earthquake was over. So we've had some fun and excitement, but I wanted to give you a quick garden tour and let you see how things are growing. Right now, Paul's busy putting up an electric fence around the base of the garden fence that you see right behind me here, because the squirrels keep getting in, and we're hoping that having the electric fence around the base where they crawl up and get through will help stop them, give them a little zap, and keep them out of the garden, because they are eating my tomatoes, eating my eggplants and everything else that I have growing. So let's take a look and see what is growing and what's doing good.
Over there.
I have some plants growing along the fence and some grow bags and pots, and they're not doing so well. Like I said, the squirrels keep getting into them. I have some cherry tomatoes, a cucumber, my lavender, that's English lavender here that I started from seed. It's doing okay. Starting to get some tomatoes on this cherry here. This was a Phoenix tomato that I got from our big box store, and it has one big tomato on it. It had a lot of yellow and brown spots on it that I cut off today, so I'm hoping that it'll be okay. I'm not liking the way the plant's looking. In fact, there's some more spotting and things on this leaf, so I'm just going to pull that one off. I'm trying to get rid of all the bad leaves on that plant. We have an eggplant that all the eggplants keep getting eaten off of, so I'm going to be moving it. My other eggplant I put up inside one of my planter boxes, and it's doing okay. This tomato got ravaged by the squirrels, and a lot of the branches got broken, and it's just not doing good at all anymore. Over here we have some strawberries these are Quinault strawberries, but I know them to be a lot larger of a strawberry than what I'm getting. I think the soil that I used in here was old, and I probably need to transplant these into some better soil. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. I have another cherry and another. This was just an experiment plant. It's not doing good. I took a cutting off of a mint, and I thought it was going to completely die, but it's starting to get some green at the tip here, so we're going to see how it does. Now the tomatoes and my raised beds have turned into tomato jungles, even though I have been trimming them. I staked my tomatoes up, and this year they are just falling over like crazy, and they need some TLC. But I have a tomato garden, and I probably did plant them a little bit thick and too close together, but they're going to do okay. We have lots of tomatoes started on them. Nothing ripe and ready to eat yet, but we're going to have a ton of tomatoes. So I'm calling this my tomato jungle. We have all kinds of tomatoes. And over here, I'm not sure how they're going to do, because my cucamelons that are growing up the trellis here are pretty shaded, but if you look at the base right down here, I'm actually getting some flowers on them. I've got lots of buds, lots of flowers, lots of tomatoes throughout the tomato jungle. And this over here is the pepper jungle. And yes, I did plant my peppers very close together on purpose, and I've done okay doing this in the past. the peppers like to touch each other, and the peppers grow better, I find, when they're shaded. And we have a lot of peppers, bell peppers, pasillos, poblanos. This one in the corner here is a red Marconi, and it's getting peppers on it. You can see them. So all the peppers are starting. And at the very end, I do have a bit of a jungle tomato. This is my yellow pear tomato, and there are a ton of tomatoes on it. And I have trimmed this one quite a bit, but I chose to let it go ahead and bush out. And this one down here is just a volunteer. And this beautiful marigold just decided to pop up in here. I had some of these growing in my other bed over there, and the plant died. So I'm actually really happy to see that coming up. And I'm not sure how the seeds got over here, but it did. Oh my gosh. Look at all these peppers. These are some jalapenos in here. These are the Craig's giant jalapenos. Actually, these over here are the hot banana peppers. So we have tons. And in this bed, these are the hot peppers. We have chocolate habaneros, and we have ghost peppers. I believe this is a California Wonder pepper that just got stuck in here because something else died. We have some onions that I planted in here, and they're just about ready, I think. A few of them are anyways. I did stick another tomato plant in here because I had nowhere else to put it. And it's doing pretty well and expanding out. This was just an empty spot that I stuck it in. In the corners over here, I have shishito peppers. And one of these, he's going to get removed. We have these big black, I don't know if they're stink bugs. My kids call them stink bugs. They like to stick their rear ends up in the air at us all the time. But I haven't seen them eat my plants, but I still don't like them in the garden. So I get them and I throw them out. The tomatillos have bushed out like crazy and are doing amazing. And I actually have tomatillos growing on them. Lots and lots of flowers too. These are the other tomatoes. These are spread out a little better and a lot more trimmed up on the base of them. I have found that the squirrels like this bed a lot better too. And the squirrels have been picking off the tomatoes. So I don't have a whole lot of tomatoes left on these plants, but I do have some. These are the blue and gold, and if you can see, I do have some tomatoes there, and they're little, but they're starting to change color already, and I'm excited about these because this is the first year I've tried growing these. And I need to do some more, need to prop this plant up some more. I've done a lot of weeding today and have piles of weeds. I still have a lot more weeding to do.
Hi.
My elderberry still needs to get put in the ground. Hi, Lo.
Hi.
The elderberry still needs to go in the ground. I have French lavender that needs to get in the ground. The birdhouse gourds are going in the ground tomorrow with a trellis. The zucchinis.
Hello.
Say hi, E.
Love you. Hi. Hello.
Hello, sweetheart. I love you. Ethan, go turn the water off that you turned on, please. So we have zucchinis growing, and they're starting to get bigger. Something has come through and eaten a few of these off. So I'm guessing the squirrels again, but I'm not 100% sure. Back here in the corner, I need to move it, is another English lavender that I started from seed. This, I think this is so pretty. This is a Lucifer, and it is, it's a crocomia, But the type of crocomia is called Lucifer. The other one I have is called a Paul Bunyan, and it has not flowered yet.
This looks cool. It looks like a parrot.
My Padawan isn't looking too good, but hopefully it will, once I get it in a bigger pot, it'll start doing better. Grapevine needs to go on a trellis and be taken care of. I have some more random tomatoes that they got neglected, and they're probably going to wind up getting mulched. I have enough tomatoes and just don't have the time or the desire to baby these back to health. This bed didn't get too much love this year. This bed here needs a lot of help.
Hi.
Over here we have mint growing. These pretty little flowers. This is the flower that was left out in the front that got eaten up by the squirrels or the deer or whatever. And I trimmed it back and the flowers are coming back. There's another one in the greenhouse that's looking great. Spanish lavender. This is the Paul Bunyan crocomia. Hopefully I'm saying that right. My thyme really needs a good trimming. And here's some more just random tomatoes. I have the hot Thai chili pepper here. More random tomatoes that some of these are going to go in the mulch pit. And the ones that aren't looking too well. Hanging strawberries. In this pot here, I have my purple basil that I replanted. I have pineapple basil and just your regular garden sage. This here is the eggplant that I picked up. We have some eggplants growing on it and they're looking good. California white sage is doing good. I need to transplant that one. We have here that needs to go on a trellis, a jelly melon. And it's wanting to trellis up, so we need to get it a trellis tomorrow. And today we put up a fence to trellis to trellis the beans. And I haven't gotten everything planted out here, but we have some pumpkins growing. I do still have one Seminole pumpkin. The one Seminole pumpkin that I had in the pot was eaten by the squirrels. In fact, I caught them eating it. And the boys, Moon and Star watermelons seem to be doing good. We haven't had any of the yellow flesh come up yet. We're hoping to see those germinate, but I'm not sure how they're going to do. I have some empty holes I found in this section here. I have not been able to dig down. It is hard as a rock. So most of these probably are going to just be left empty for now. I have quite a few plants ready to go in the ground that are in the greenhouse. Up here I have some seeds planted. In these 3 holes we are going to be growing. These are butternut squash. We have Big Max pumpkins. I'm not sure what this one is anymore. That is the Seminole. And then we have 3 Ford Hook zucchini plants growing. And I have some beans that have already started. I need to pull these weeds out. I thought I got all these today. These are rattlesnake beans. And I have some painted lady beans growing. Some scarlet runner beans, and I just planted quite a few more today in the spots that did not germinate. And it's just a mixture, random mixture of bush beans and pole beans. So we'll just see what works, see what we get. We've been having problems with squirrels and mice as well. I'm getting ready to create a bed here. I need to weed all of this in the morning. And our raspberries, I've put some rocks around them to help keep the moisture and the water, kind of creating a bowl for them So it just, since everything's kind of at a slope and goes downhill, I've had to create something so it keeps the water in so it doesn't just run off. I have had a horrible time trying to grow any okra or anything, so in place of the okra, I have gone ahead and planted 2 mint plants. One is a pineapple mint and the other one is spearmint. The goji berries are taking off and doing okay. We have true lavender here that started from seed.
Hi.
Hi. Logan's sunflower is taller than he is. Go stand by your sunflower. Oh my goodness, the sunflower is finally taller than Logan. And today's project was painting a wheelbarrow to give the garden some color. And I will be filling that up, debating on putting strawberries or the flowers in it. I was going to put the starry night petunias in there, but Paul suggested I took the strawberries that weren't doing so good in the other pot and put them in there. Paul suggested I put the strawberries that weren't doing good in the wheelbarrow instead of the flowers.
What should we do over in this area?
So there's still quite a bit to do. It's been a slow process, especially with us traveling on the weekends and just things coming up. Since the 4th of July, we have been really rattled. So this is the first day I've actually been out here to get any work done. And I apologize for not getting a video to you last week. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our quick little garden tour here. Remember to subscribe and ring the bell, and we'll catch you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.